and welcome back to Cos Talk. Today we are in New York City and visiting my awesome, amazing, fantastically talented friend Mathew Gnagy. Yay! I'm so excited to be here and talking with Mathew about his ridiculous amounts of work, and the projects that he does range from lace making, teaching, writing books, working on television, theater. What haven't you done? Nothing.
Wow, when you put it that way, I might be hard pressed to tell you what I haven't done.
You know, people think, oh, he was an overnight success. Well, yeah, he was an overnight success for, I don't know, years.
I started making things at a really young age. Like, I showed an aptitude for understanding craft probably from the age of like 5 or 6. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was probably first grade or kindergarten. We did a little origami crane. We all learned how to fold an origami crane, and I was mesmerized. And I immediately like went and searched out all the books in origami and spent the next several years doing nothing but origami. Learning how to do that really sparked my mind for, oh, I can make things with my hands. So very shortly after that, and I believe I was 6 years old, I learned how to crochet. Taught myself from books that I found in my mother's craft bin, and then discovered the craft section at the local public library. Proceeded every summer to study a new thing and just worked my way through the entire children's section.
Wow. Now, did your mom kind of help you out with some of that stuff, or did she just sort of let you play? And
she was in the middle of her own world of art school at the time, so she really just kind of let me play.
But you were around it.
I was around it. It's definitely a family thing. My grandfather had this TV show called Learn to Draw with John Gnagy, which you can actually still see segments from the show on YouTube.
Today we're going to draw this picture of a Chinese freight boat called a junk. I think you're going to find it one of the most fascinating types of boat to draw.
And you'll see these great videos by him. He teaches you how to draw with charcoal. They're all black and white. It's in the 40s.
That's fantastic.
And then my mother was a painter. My father was a musician. So yeah, the arts are definitely in my blood. I played in an orchestra here as a cellist. It was a wonderful experience, but sadly I don't have time to do it now.
What is your truest passion?
Well, it's changed so much over the years because I used to be able to identify one thing specifically. At one point in my life it would be tailoring, another point it would be lace, another point it would be knitting, and you know, at the root of all of it, the thing that I'm most passionate about is bringing beautiful objects into the world. And it's actually kind of a fairly basic understanding of beauty. I like things that people can really look at and immediately recognize as pretty or beautiful. If the split-second recognition of an object brings you a little bit of, that's what I'm going for.
Right.
There's microseconds of peace and tranquility the moment you lay eyes on something, followed hopefully by, how did that get? Wow, that's always fun. But
as you get closer and go, oh my God, that's insane. Mathew's book, The Modern Maker, Vol.1, Men's Doublets, and you're working on another one right now.
I'm actually working on volumes 2 through 5. Volume 2 is the pattern making systems, all the pattern making methods for the historic clothes that I put out into the world are based on a 16th and 17th century drafting system and measuring system from Spain specifically. And it's so versatile and it's so elegant in the way that it is used that I decided to write a book about it so that everybody can apply that system to the research that they're doing with surviving Spanish tailors' manuals and beyond. Then Volume 3 is a book of layouts. Volume 4 is probably going to be a women's wear volume, and Volume 5 will be men's pants and things.
Right.
Every pattern has to be conceptualized. The details of each pattern are much, much more specific than the drafts in the original manual. So, you know, if I'm looking at a manual from 1600 or 1618, there's different time periods that they are from, but they have a very small number of notations for what the proportions are supposed to be, and so I have to decipher what that is. Then I have to test it on a wide variety of body forms to make sure that the proportions play true for whether you're a size 0 or a size 20. So it's a long process of experimentation and proving things before I can even publish them, because if I publish a bad pattern, I'll never hear the end of it. And if they're all good and I hear nothing, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, it's a long process. And then every garment has to be made and modeled and photographed, and that takes a lot of time and money as well, because I'm not going to make them all in cheap fabrics. I'm not going to... One of the things that I wanted to do with this book is not make them in muslin. There's not going to be just plain white cotton garments. These are all garments made in the correct fabrics with the correct layering, worn the correct way, so that you really get a feel for what it's supposed to be. Because if it's a single layer of thin cotton, you're never going to fully understand all of the synergy of the tailoring and the structuring and how it all fits.
If you want to order this book, there will be a link below in the comments section. Buy it. You want the book. Definitely something that every costumer should have on their shelves.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
It's true. So if you like this video, subscribe and give us comments below on what we can do better or suggestions for a future costume talk. See you next time.